Hello and welcome to Fixture Release Day, John Townley's favourite day of the year, or one of them. Is this behind Christmas or ahead of it?
Ahead of it. Oh, no, that sounds bad, doesn't it? No, I love to see my family and extended family, so definitely Christmas.
If any of the family are listening, we're going to do something a little bit different today, although similar-ish to what we did last year. So for the 2025-26 fixtures, I went into it blind and we did it live. And for some reason, the episode was about 40 minutes, which looking back is mad, really. But a good episode, you said, because you watched some of it yesterday. Today, we're going to do basically the same premise, not live, so we can skip out all the dead air, but neither of us know at the moment. So this video is going to be released, and podcast will be released at 10 a.m, which is the Premier League embargo. So as you see the fixtures, this episode will come out. For us, it's 8:30. We've been sent them because all kind of media outlets do get them early. That's why you'll start to see people say, oh, I think Villa have got so-and-so, and they'll have leaked it. But we've not seen it. We've both got an email saying fixtures, strict embargo. Are you ready to open it, John?
Yeah, it's like Christmas. Like this is my big present.
Okay, all right, I'm ready.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Oh, okay. I've got a big block of text. Right.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
Brighton away. Arsenal at home. We had that 2 seasons ago. It was the first home game of the season. Then it's Hull away. Then Forest at home. And then Spurs away, Brentford at home.
Yeah, that's the first 6.
Okay.
That's not bad, that first 6.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we had an easy run, apparently, last season, but we didn't, and we didn't win any of the first 5. But yeah, it's an interesting first batch of games. I think it's relatively mixed.
So the end games, the final day of the season, we are at home against Tottenham.
Oh, okay.
The game before that is away at the Etihad, because we always play there at the end of the season. No, I'm not joking. 23rd of May. Before that, Newcastle at home. Before that, Brentford away. Before that, Palace away. And one of our penultimate home games is Coventry. Oh, could relegate them. That would be nice.
Ooh.
The ending specifically, I mean, obviously it depends how Tottenham do this year. Newcastle, Man City, Tottenham as the final 3 could be tasty.
Yeah, I mean, I do think that last season we sort of blew the fixture podcast because we had a really difficult end, but we won our last 2 matches between a cup final and obviously the first ones again we struggled really badly. However, what I would say is that City away and Spurs at home is really boring, considering that's what we've had last season, last home fixture, and then so it wasn't last home fixture. It was one of the last home fixtures.
One of the last, though, yeah.
But then we also played Spurs in our last home fixture 2 seasons ago when we played Arsenal at home for our first home fixture. So there's patterns there.
Copy and paste every year then, by the looks of it.
Okay, so there's not a lot of games, are there, between August and December?
Yeah, because the September international break, isn't there? That's like 3 weeks long or something. So
which is now merging into, is it September and October or October and November? I can't remember.
No, so we play Tottenham on the 19th and we won't play again against Brentford till the 10th of the following month. So it's a good 3 weeks. Jeez. I've just seen the Christmas fixtures. We're at home twice, Leeds and Liverpool for the 26th and the 30th.
That's good.
So it's nice to have some home fixtures around Christmas.
And Chelsea away before Christmas, and last season we were away against Chelsea on the day after Boxing Day, was it?
Play Coventry away for the first time, 12th of December. The newly promoted sides, Ipswich away is first.
When do we play Bournemouth, Dan?
We play all the promoted sides away first, which is a little quirk.
Interesting.
It seems okay. I'm not seeing any standout month of like, ooh, that's a lot of tough fixtures in a row. You got Liverpool, Bournemouth, Everton, Man United in a row. But then again, it's a bit like what we said about last year's the other day. We would have been saying last year, like Sunderland, easy 3 points, right? That'll be easy. So you could look at this now and think, oh yeah, well, Palace, Everton, Ipswich in a row, that'll be easy. But if Everton finish top 4 this year, that might be a difficult run. You know, it's obviously completely hypothetical at the moment.
No, I do stand with what you said there. I'm going through it as best as I can, looking at the sort of pairings of fixtures or maybe in 3s or 4s, and I make you right, Dan. I don't see many runs of games, shall I say, that is particularly bad. I think the only one that I'm looking at now, which would be the end of December and January, basically, I think that may be our toughest run. So that's Chelsea away, then it's Leeds and Liverpool at home, so good, home matches in a row, but then Bournemouth away and Everton away won't be easy. Then Man
Then
United, Fulham away.
Yeah.
So not, but equally, if that's your hardest run, I think that shows that you've got a decent list there.
Yeah.
I say that's maybe it's not. Maybe with
but Chelsea and Liverpool back to back in late February, early March. But again, those two teams weren't as good as you expected this year. So
yeah, I think what you would say about the end of the season would be there's a possibility that could be difficult. But then again, last year look what we did against Liverpool and City. So yeah, I get what's that? Is that the last 6 games? No, I don't know. I mean, Brighton at home obviously won't be a gimme, and then Arsenal away. That's an interesting one because that's at the time of year where it's going to be, Arsenal are 3 points clear at the top, or Arsenal.
Yeah.
So that's a similar fixture again to what we had 2 years ago. No, 3 years ago. Sorry, when we beat them 2-0. Yeah, and Bailey. So yeah, interesting. Palace away is relatively late in the season. Brentford away. Relatively late in the season. I want to quickly check the night games, actually. So Everton will be a night game.
In January, Bournemouth.
Oh, sorry, we've glossed over. So the opening day, Dan, so that's a 2 p.m. kickoff, no? So that will be on the Sunday.
Oh, yeah. Is that because of Brighton will be playing a European qualifier or something?
It might have just been picked, to be fair. This is something that people will be aware of. So we're, again, reacting on the fly. But yeah, that will be a Sky Sports 2 p.m. opening Super Sunday, I assume. So that's an interesting little quirk. But yeah, the night games, you've got Everton at home. Liverpool at home is a night game. Everton away is a night game. Bournemouth at home is a night game. Liverpool away is always a night game. Obviously, that will change. You have Monday night football, you have bits and bobs, but as in the midweek line of games, I always look at this from a travelling point of view, and I'm sure Villa fans will do the same who go to away games. In recent years, we've had Brighton away on a night, Palace away on a night, and they're not easy to get to and from. So that's probably a little positive.
We've just gone away and worked out where the Champions League fixtures fall in amongst the Premier League ones, see when games get moved and whatnot. So we're going to go through the league phase games. Yeah. Where does the first Champions League fixture fall, John? The
first Champions League fixture falls between the 8th and the 10th of September. So I think that's the Tuesday to the Thursday, I think. And that for Villa falls between the game against Hull away, which is our third match, and then at home to Forest. So to be fair, like easing our way into the Champions League there.
It feels quite early, doesn't it? Champions League after 3 Premier League games.
I think, again, it's that huge international break that's just condensed. That start. Oh, it looks like it's condensed to start the season, but actually it's quite wide, obviously.
Do we start a bit later as well? 23rd of August feels later than usual.
We start late. Yeah, so we have a home game after the first Champions League game. But I'll just say from the top. So we play 5 away matches after our Champions League games and 3 at home. So obviously the difference there would be playing 4 at home, 4 and away. Now it's 5 away and 3 at home. So the balance is tipped into the away trips. So not like ideal, but also not the end of the world.
Are any of those aways local?
Yes, Coventry would be one. The other ones aren't so local. Our second Champions League game and our third Champions League game, if I'm correct here, fall either side of a trip to Newcastle, which is a ball ache. We did, of course, beat Fenerbahce before we played Newcastle, I think. Second Champions League game, and then Newcastle.
And then the third game.
Yeah.
Well, that's again quite condensed, isn't it? Because of that start.
And then you have matches against Man City at home, and then you play Man United away, which would be after the 4th game. What I would say is that Man City and Man United obviously both play in the Champions League as well. But
true.
City will travel to Villa Park, whereas we will travel to Old Trafford. We could travel to Old Trafford having had the perfect day's rest and massages and all those different things. And
when we kind of look at this 5 minutes ago for the audience, and feels pretty all right when you look at it, but then you break it down and you've got Champions League Newcastle, Champions League Man City. It's like, oh, okay, all of a sudden. And if those Champions League games are, I don't know, Dortmund and PSG, that run of fixtures now feels a lot more difficult.
Yeah. And to add a bit more context to that, between match week 4 and match week 7, so that 4 Champions League phase games in a row, we're away from home after all of them. So that's away to Man United, away to Ipswich, which again, not ideal for me anyway, travelling or other Villa fans. I don't know what the players will do. They'll probably get 5-star. I don't know if they even get a plan. I don't know. And then it's away to Coventry and away to Fulham. So Coventry, Fulham away. Like not easy games, obviously, but I say local. Obviously, Fulham's in the capital, but it's not hard to get to. So I don't think that's too much of an issue. Ipswich and Man United away, not ideal. And Newcastle away, not ideal. And then the 3 home games we play. So that'll be Forest, Man City and Ipswich.
Did you go as far to look into any of the knockouts? Or was it just that first one?
I went into the first. Firstly, the playoff round, which is something that we might go into if we obviously don't finish in the top 8. So we would play away to Leeds after our first leg, or essentially a trip to Ellen Road is between the playoff legs. So a bit sticky. And then after the playoff second leg, so whether that's home or away, we don't know yet. If we were in that round, we would then play Chelsea at home after that second leg.
So again, obviously, hopefully Villa bypass that, but you scroll through this and you go, Sunderland, Bournemouth, Leeds, Chelsea. Okay.
Yeah.
You put Bournemouth Champions League knockout, Leeds Champions League knockout, Chelsea, and all of a sudden that feels a bit more tasty as well. And those could be your final games in the competition if it doesn't go right. So
and then in March, sorry Dan, after we play Liverpool away, we would then play the round of 16 first leg. Then we play Hull at home, which is a good game to have in between that first leg and the second leg. And after the second leg, they play Forest away, a place that we don't win at. So could be a relatively tricky March, that round of 16 in the Champions League if we get there, Liverpool away and Forest away.
Interesting. I like spending a bit of time trying to find the patterns and stuff rather than just, we play this on the opening day, all right, see you later. I'm not sure it's podcast worthy then, but it's nice to talk about any other bits and pieces. Is there anything else that you spotted during your 10 minutes away that is worth mentioning?
I think because there's no clear pattern of that's hard. Or that, I remember February last season, we looked at it and thought easy pickings, and we lost to Everton, we lost to Brentford. Everton might have been in January actually, but you get the point. That fixture list to me looks okay. I do think of maybe a tricky run here and there, but it's the Premier League, and ultimately we don't know what teams will look like. We can look at a game against Newcastle away and think, like we did last season, that's going to be really hard. But we go there and win 2-0, didn't we? So you never know. You always want to get off to a good start. But even that, again, I think was counteracted a little bit last season when we didn't win in 5.
Yeah, of course, and Liverpool did start well and didn't have a good season in the end.
Yes, precisely that. So, interesting. But I think the first 6 games, what are your thoughts, are the kind of last thoughts then done on the first 6 games?
Should we try and assess a bit of a points target?
I knew you'd do that.
For the first 6. So you play Brighton away, Arsenal at home, Hull away, Forest at home, Tottenham away, Brentford at home. I think there's certainly 3 winnable games there.
Or maybe you would just box off, the games before October, because as you say, there's a huge break, isn't there?
Well, yeah.
It's just going to distort it.
Yeah, I suppose you've got Champions League thrown into there as well. So the games before November, you would then add on what I just said to Newcastle, Man City and Fulham as well. Points total, now you confuse me because I know it's easy to do 60s. I was just going to say 18 points. So I think we should be able to beat Brighton. You should be beating Hull. You should be beating Brentford at home, I think. Newcastle away will be tricky as it always is. I think you should be beating Fulham at home. And then you've got Arsenal and Man City at home early doors in that first 8 or 9 games as well. Tottenham, they're obviously going to be better. I don't know. First 6 games, I always want 10 points-ish. 3 wins and a draw from the first 6 is about right, I think, for where you want to be.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm not really going to give a points total. I know you've asked for it, but I just think it's really hard to tell. But I agree that's probably the ballpark. Away from home, it does look tricky, but again, it's the Premier League. So Brighton away, Hull away, I know it won't be, it shouldn't be the hardest game of the season, but that's their second home game. And still, so Brighton away, Hull away, Spurs away, Newcastle away, Man United away. That's not easy,
No.
In fact, I'd say that is quite a tricky opening away from home. But then, if you can beat Brighton, or let's put it this way, get 4 points out of Brighton and Spurs, and then you beat Hull, that's a nearly perfect start. So it goes either way. But then again, Spurs will be hoping they can beat us. Brighton will be hoping they can get something against us. It's about time we probably lost to Brighton, to be honest. I say that, we did lose there a few seasons ago, but we've had a good record since then. We scored 4, 5, 7 goals in our last 2 visits. Yeah, I like that the fixtures are out now. It just feels really early. It doesn't feel like the season is anywhere near us still.
Yeah, agreed.
We've got a long time to pour over this.
Yeah, and what I would say, just to wrap up, is that obviously we're talking a lot about the other clubs here, But we are looking at a fixture list that says Aston Villa on it 38 times. Unai Emery's Aston Villa that have finished 4th, 5th, and no, 4th, 5th, and 6th. 4th, and 6th. Oh God, I'm all over the place.
4th, 6th, and 4th.
Yeah. We're pretty good, right? Other teams will be looking in their fixture list. Oh, we got Villa here. Do you know what I mean? Like we're a big deal under Emery as well. So while we can look at different runs as well, that'll be difficult. Other teams will be looking at going, we got to go to Villa on this day. Oh, that'll be hard for us. So you back us to get. If we're not able to be a top 6, 7 team still, then something's gone wrong somewhere. Whoever we play, wherever we play. So this is my kind of point of view. Play everyone twice. Let's just get on with it and win some games.
Yeah, you're right. Brighton away should be a sunny day, even though it's late in August. Still should be nice. Bit of a party atmosphere anyway, and possibly. And then Arsenal at home for your first home game. That is a big one. We've kind of glossed over it a little bit, but
with 3 stands,
you don't. Oh yeah, that's true, Dan. We haven't spoke about that yet, have we? That's
our first game where we see it properly and how that works.
Oh yeah, I'd rather have Hull at home, to be fair. No, say that.
Right, we're going to wrap up there because it's approaching time where we need to get on with some other things. I'm going to watch Toy Story in a bit, so when this comes out, I'll be in the cinema, or soon to be in the cinema. I'll give you my review of that next week, John. I'm sure you can't wait for that.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining me on this one. Thank you for watching along or listening to our thoughts. Share yours in the comments as well, and we'll see you next on Monday. Ta-ra, bit.